Ethan, Lou, The Morning Show, I-95.
Hey guys, time to get in on the action for the biggest moments in basketball with Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projections, place your entry, and win up to 100 times your money. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit of up to $100. Just download the Prize Picks app and use the code GET100. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more. Pick less. It's that easy.
Dave joining us on the show right now. She's taking over social media, selling out stand-up comedy shows all across the country. In fact, she's coming to the New York Comedy Club in Stamford on Thursday, May 2nd. We're talking to Shannon Fiedler. Hey, Shannon.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
You are blowing up all over social media. Do you realize you're famous yet?
You know, it's funny. I don't, except people stop me on the street a lot and be like, oh, my God, we're fans. And hearing the word fan just, like, blows my mind. I still don't think it's real. I'm not famous. I'm too normal. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure it makes you uncomfortable to use that word, right? But, like, there's no other word for it. You are it.
Yeah. Well, thanks. I appreciate it. It's so fun. And I actually love when people stop me. It's like, I don't know, Christmas morning. It's the best.
It couldn't be bad, right? People telling you they love you.
We feel the same
Exactly.
way.
Yeah. Well, thanks, guys.
So now you're from New York City. You live there now? Are you originally from there?
I live in New York. I'm from Connecticut. I'm a Connecticut girl.
Whoa! Where?
So I grew up in Monroe, and then we moved to Granby, which is up near Hartford, when I was in middle school.
Are you actually kidding me? Our radio station is 10 minutes.
We're in
from
Brookfield.
Monroe.
Oh my God, that's crazy! I didn't realize. I listen to this station all the time driving to school. My parents would have it on.
Well, welcome back to the area.
Welcome back.
Yeah, it's the best. Love Connecticut.
I love your videos. First of all, you do. Dave, you have not seen any videos yet. She does all the accents you love. She does the Minnesota girls. She does the city girls, the Jersey girls, the Boston girls. Like, obviously, the New York and Connecticut influence, but where did you gather up, the talent to do those other accents?
I people watch a lot. I eavesdrop on people all the time. And I just make sure that if I'm doing a place, I have some kind of firsthand connection to it. So even if I haven't lived there, like obviously Connecticut, New York, my parents have moved to Rhode Island, like those were easy for me. I know those places. But the other ones, I either had to tap on friends, or my husband is from Minnesota, so I feel like I know that culture now.
Yeah.
I have friends who live in D.C. or Chicago, and so I ask them, what are people like there? What's their personality? Because the accent is important, but getting their general vibe is also just as important as knowing when to drop an R or make an A longer.
Yeah, is your husband super nice? Like, that's the thing with the Minnesota people, right? They're like way too nice.
Very polite.
Well, they're very nice, but they're also incredibly passive-aggressive. At least, that's the stereotype, is that Minnesota nice is kind of a passive-aggressive nice.
Okay.
I think he's just real, actual nice, but...
Well, we're well-versed in passive-aggressiveness here in Connecticut.
Yeah, exactly.
We're talking to Shannon Fiedler coming to Stamford, the New York Comedy Club in Stamford on May 2nd. Do you have on your full frontal lipstick today?
Yeah, exactly. Full frontal and raw seduction.
She's got this whole bit about how the makeup has so many sexually aggressive names, which is absolutely true.
Absolutely.
Dave, your wife works.
My wife works at Ulta Beauty, Shannon. So
she knows.
Yeah, she knows very well.
It's too much. The makeup is promising a lot that I don't think it can deliver on.
And now, you hit a lot of my sensitive spots that I love here. Like New Year's Eve is the worst holiday all year.
Absolutely.
It should not even be called a holiday. It is a ridiculous exercise in, do I have friends? Don't I have friends? How much money am I going to spend? It's so stupid.
Yeah, it's the best way to start the new year off on a terrible note. Just go into the new year feeling like a loser, being broke, being hungover. We need to just boycott it in general.
I agree. And April Fool's Day, you roast April Fool's Day. What a stupid... Look, I'm offended by April Fool's Day because, all right, as a funny person, I don't like people deciding once a year that they're going to plan an elaborate joke, and they have no practice doing so.
Exactly. They can't deliver on it. It's too much. Yeah, agreed. Leave the jokes to the jokers.
Shannon, everybody kind of wants to be in the position that you're in from a social media standpoint. Like, you ask little kids now, what they want to
Yeah.
be when they grow up, and they say they want to be a social media influencer, like to a person. What advice would you give a young person or adult how to do this the best? And maybe not the nuts and bolts, but
No, great question. I love that. Yeah, I think the thing is make the content that you want to make, because let me tell you, it's a grind to be putting out content as frequently as you need to feed the beast, so to say, for social media to put you out there. So if you're trying to cater to what you think people are going to like, you're going to burn out. You're not going to enjoy it. You're not going to be able to stick with it. And then you're going to find the wrong audience. I found that just by putting out the things that I thought were funny, the people who also thought they were funny found me, and then they wanted more of the stuff that I was already excited to do. So you find your people if you just make sure that you're doing the thing that you enjoy doing. Because let me tell you, it ends up taking hours of your life. You better like it.
that's great advice. What is the most Connecticut girl behavior?
Oh, speaking to the manager.
The Karens of Connecticut.
That's our state song.
They
and
love
I speak to the
speaking
manager.
to the manager.
So how do you describe Connecticut when people ask where you're originally from? What do you say, like, as to, whoa, what can you do there?
Well, that's a great... Okay, I also have to preface that my Connecticut girl character is not the Connecticut necessarily that I grew up in. You know, she is the hoity-toity country club.
Darien.
The Connecticut that we all aspire to.
Greenwich, Darien.
Because that's where the comedy is. That's the more fun stuff. But listen, I think Connecticut is such a gem. I mean, you're close enough to the city that you get to be a part of that excitement and you get that energy, but you still get like fall foliage, and you can take day trips. You can go to the beach. You can be outside. It's kind of like the best of nature, but also not being completely isolated, like in the middle of nowhere. So I don't know. I think it was the best place to grow up. I stand by that.
You nailed it. Yeah, people outside Connecticut misunderstand it so much.
So much. They think it's all yachts and pearls, and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of that, but
Right.
there's a lot more to it too.
Oh, Shannon, you're the best. We gotta listen when you ever come to town. We gotta get you in here, and I'm sure there would be
for
tons
sure.
of people that would love to hear from you.
That would be so fun. I would love that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, and best of luck. We're going to invite all of our listeners to go catch you at the New York Comedy Club in Stamford, Connecticut, Thursday, May 2nd, and all the best of luck going forward. Thank you, Shannon.
Thanks so much, guys. See you then.
All right, later.
Thank you, Shannon.
Bye.
She's great, and if you want more information on Shannon or her show, or you want to share that interview with a friend, my article just published all about Shannon, and very cool of her to come on.
One thing that I thought of while we were listening back here and talking to her, I should have said, was, do you say Monroe, like Mike Allen?
Oh, yeah.
That's something that I should have thought of in the moment.
Monroe, yeah.
You know,
Well,
that's one thing I pick about Mike.
yeah, he does Monroe.
Monroe.
He Monroes it hard.
Yeah.
That was a thing that surprised us. I knew she was a tri-state area
Yeah.
kind of chick, but I had no idea that it was right around the corner.
Monroe.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Excellent, man.
She's millions of followers on social media. So
New York Comedy Club down there in Stamford.
that's right. May 2nd.
Hey guys, time to get in on the action for the biggest moments in basketball with Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projections, place your entry, and win up to 100 times your money. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit of up to $100. Just download the Prize Picks app and use the code GET100. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more. Pick less. It's that easy.